So in this video, I want to share with you how I helped a brand new life insurance agent with us here at Legacy Family Life sell 6 policies in their first 5 days as a licensed life insurance agent with us. And ultimately, before we get started, I do want to drop some of their sales here so you can see it's real. You can see they submitted, over 5,000 of AP in their first 5 days as an agent with us. But I make this video because I want to give you guys the 5 core common mistakes that a lot of agents make that prevent them from making money fast. And ultimately, I want to share with you really how I trained this agent on these 5 things that allowed them to learn how to sell final expense fast and ultimately make more money. If you can fix these things, I promise you, you will become better than most life insurance agents. You will learn how to sell life insurance fast, and I promise you that you will make more money. So it's really, really simple. I feel like when I train new agents, all I do is I focus on these 5 things. So I figured I'd make a video so that you can implement them into your business or into your sales to make more money. So let's jump into it. But before, if you don't know who I am, my name is Peter Roberts. I've sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of final expense. I'm now an owner of Legacy Family Life. We help life insurance agents earn 6 figures without lead cost and chargebacks. And my mission is to help agents actually make more money and provide a better lifestyle for their family. So let's jump into it. Huge mistake number 1 that agents make that I ultimately train on. The first day of training is let's get your activity right. The first thing that I see that a lot of agents, whether if you're an agent now or you're starting from fresh, I always set the expectation that you need to understand that your activity determines everything when you're a new agent. So let's set the record straight here. If you are making 100 to 200 dials per day in an outbound system, you are not working hard enough. If you're making 200 to 300 dials, you are not working hard enough. So the simple thing that I have to fix over and over and over is this belief and expectation of what it takes to actually be successful as a new life insurance agent. Typically, your skill set is not refined. You don't have a 10 out of 10 skill when it comes to selling life insurance. So what do you have to do? You have to take more shots. So the expectation that I set for all new agents that work with us, and ultimately if you're struggling right now, is fix your activity. Volume negate luck, which means that we want to focus on 300 to 400 dials per day. One of our most successful agents that came out of the jump, he never sold life insurance, but he was making 500 to 600 dials every single day in his new agent stage. And ultimately he learned, because when Miss Betty gives you an objection, you can now mess up and then make a tweak, and now you know how to go ahead and handle that. And then you can go ahead and make another call and get someone else on the line. But especially when you're just getting started, you need as many at-bats as possible so that you can get as many reps under your belt to succeed. So the first thing that I usually have to fix is activity. Look at your activity from the week, and the answer is, did you actually go all in? Did you actually make 400 to 500 dials per day? And did you present yourself the maximum amount of opportunities to win? I even set the expectation for this agent that you need to come in on Saturday because you're not good yet, you're not great yet. Come in on Saturday and get more reps. Now, the second most common mistake that a lot of agents have, or bad habits when they're just getting started, is that they don't understand or they don't have the script memorized. I cannot stress how important this is when you're a life insurance agent. And really what I focused on all week with the agent, and even before their start date, was, hey, you are going to read this script 30, 40 times per day. If you have a spouse, read this thing to your spouse over and over and over, because here's why. If you are shaky, if you don't know how to underwrite appropriately, if you don't know what products you sell, if you don't know the product benefits, if you don't know any of that in your script, you are going to lose. I don't care how much I train you. I don't care how good you are. If you do not know what you're selling, if you do not know what the script is, if you do not know how to actually go through the sales call based off the script, you are going to fail. And the reason that we focus on number 2, getting your script memorized, is because all I do with new agents is I want to focus on 3 areas of training. I want to help them understand how to say the words with the right speed. So go through the script with the right speed, tone, how to use certain inflections, like in the beginning, be curious. In the medical section, I need you to be a professional. So you're going to deepen your voice and you're going to be quicker. So your tone, speed, tone, and emphasis. When you say best, Jimmy, you want to say it's the best option statewide. So first thing is activity. Second thing is making sure that your script is memorized. And then all I want to focus on when I'm training a new agent is speed, emphasis, and tone on their specific words so that they can get trained up. But you have to know your script. If you do not know your script right now, if you flip that thing over and you didn't know how to actually go through it, you do not know your script. And that's probably why you're not making sales. The third thing that I have to train new agents, and I really focus on with this agent in general, is that rapport does not close deals. Write that down. Rapport does not close deals. A lot of agents make this huge mistake. They come in, they were trained in the past Oh, I gotta speak to Miss Betty. When she's talking about the weather, we're gonna talk all about the weather. Oh, gotcha. Your son's lives in Newark, Delaware. Oh my gosh, what's your son's favorite hobby? Does he like fishing there? And agents think that they're going to close deals because how much someone likes them or how much rapport they build. Rapport is definitely important in the beginning, but it's not what's going to help push them through the edge to make a decision. Because here's why. I've spoken to hundreds of clients in the beginning of my life insurance journey, and I wanted to do exactly. I wanted them to like me so much. I wanted to build this amazing relationship. And then when I gave them the quote, they just clicked on me. And enough clicks at the end after spending 30 minutes or 40 minutes getting to know about their whole life story and what their favorite restaurants are. And then eventually when I give them the quotes to make a buying decision, they click on me. I realized that that was not the moment for me to focus on. So rapport does not close deals. Here, I want you to give you guys some sub lessons that are important for here. Time kills deals. Okay, we have agents right now in our company that close people within 12 to 14 minutes, start to finish, pick an option, and then they're in the application in 12 to 14 minutes. Because time does not create more urgency. Time kills deals, okay? Second thing is stop talking about yourself, okay? Rapport does not help you, so stop talking about yourself. Stop talking about your brother named Jimmy, whose name the same as their brother named Jimmy, okay? Don't talk about your favorite restaurants. They don't care about your life story. So I promise you, this might sound mean, but you are wasting time talking about yourself because at the end of the day, people are selfish and Miss Betty only cares about herself. So have your eyes and your mouth and your ears only focused on her, on how you can help her. Now, the third thing, a little sub point, is that ask questions about pain. Do not talk about yourself. People want to talk about statements or continue to talk about things that are irrelevant and get off script. If you're getting off script, you are not helping your case. You're not building this urgency. You're not building this need. If you're not following the script, you are losing money. So I promise you, stop asking statements and start asking more questions about them and their pain, and you will make more money. Okay. Fourth core bad habit that I have to fix. Okay. I promise you, I spend so much time with this. Please keep listening. It's going to help you. Is you are not listening to your prospect enough. And the way that I know that you're not listening to your prospect enough is because you are not mirroring your prospect. Literally, all I do with this agent every single day is, okay, when she says this, mirror this. Okay, let's listen to your sales call. When she said this, you didn't say it exactly like this. You need to redo it again. So let me make this clear for you. This is probably the most beneficial thing for you guys to understand is mirroring. So if Miss Betty says, well, I want life insurance because if something happens to me, I don't want my daughter Stephanie to be one stuck with my funeral expenses, and she's on a fixed income. She can't afford that. What I teach agents is to literally mirror that first. When the client speaks, you be quiet. When the client stops speaking, the microphone is in your hand. When the microphone is now in your hand, all you have to do is repeat what they sold to you, what they just said to you. For example, oh, I see. So it sounds like, Miss Betty, that your daughter Stephanie's on a fixed income and she's not in a position, and ultimately you want to make sure that if something happens to you, that she's not stuck with your burial expenses. Is that about right? So mirroring, write this down. All you do is repeat what the prospect says to you back to them, and then you deliver your question. If you do this, you will have people saying, exactly, yes, and you will feel like you're a great listener. You will get them to acknowledge, hey, this person is listening to me. They want to help me, and you will close more deals. I promise. I spend way too much time training people on how to mirror effectively. Literally, it's copy and paste. What they say, you repeat back to them almost word for word, and then you move on to your next question. Okay. Now, the fifth thing that we really trained on at the end, this is more towards Thursday, that we wanted to fix definitely in their sales process, was urgency in the sale. Okay, people need to feel like the sale is moving forward, especially if you're selling seniors over the phone. They're impatient. They're like, when are we going to get on with this? So what we had to teach this agent individually was, hey, we have to make sure the ball is moving forward. So what you have to do throughout your scripting is that when you're in the medical section, you gotta drop things like, wow, this is looking good, we're almost there. Or in the discovery, wow, this is looking good, we're almost there. Or when you move into the application, it only takes a few minutes, we're almost there. Because the minute that the prospect feels like you are taking too long, that they're going to not be engaged, and you're not going to be able to help build them up or ultimately help them stay engaged in your sales call, which is going to hurt your ability to build pain and have them emotionally invested and close them at the end. So if you don't feel like the ball is moving forward, it's going to hurt you. And then ultimately, in regards to urgency in the sale, if you're dropping a lot of ums or ahs or let me see here, basically you don't know your script and you're disengaged because of the pacing of your sales call, it's not smooth like butter, you don't know what's coming up next, then you need to, number one, redo, look at your script and read it as many times as you possibly can. But ultimately those ums and ahs, you got to delete them from your sales process because people are going to get disengaged. They're going to be like, this person is not what they're talking about. They're not a professional. I don't want to be spending 30 minutes going through the medical section. And if you're not moving with efficiency, you will not make sales. The ultimate thing I want you guys to learn about this is that people are impatient and they want to be sold on their dime, on their time, and ultimately at their speed. So you have to listen to the prospect, understand the prospect. If they're urgent in their call, you have to follow their pacing. You don't want to be the one that's left behind. So the 5 core mistakes, guys, I promise you that will help you make more money as a life insurance agent. If you fix this is all I do when I train my new agents is, number one, fix your activity, $300 to $400, more dollars the better. Secondly, memorize that script like the back of your hand. Do not come in trying to sell life insurance if you do not know your script. Third is rapport does not close deals. Pain does. Fourth is stop not listening to your prospects. You need to listen to them, and the way that you do that is you mirror effectively. And number 5 is create urgency in your sale. If you just feel like you're slow, there's a lot of ums and ahs, you're going to lose sales. People are going to click on you, and you're not going to get to the close. Love you guys. I know that was a lot, but I want to give you guys the juice, the real stuff to help you make more money as a life insurance agent, to close more deals and to put more money in your pocket. Love you guys. Hope this helped. See you in the next one. Cheers.